Hello, fellow mutants. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the fifth and final episode of the Echo series, unless they have a season 2, which I will be kind of surprised if they have a season 2. I have seen no other content creator really doing an episode by episode recap as of the recording of this video. By the release of this video, maybe, but at the moment, I have seen nobody do an episode by episode recap, so I must be the only crazy one doing it. Anyways, this episode, that's called Maya. We are in the powwow. We, final stages. So that outfit that the grandmother made was making towards the end of the last episode, that was definitely for Maya, because Maya was coming. I mean, I guess you can say in like both the Hawkeye show and the Echo show, up to like this particular point that I'm going to mention, Echo has been struggling to move forward to let the pain and anger and frustration go. And so like when she gets into the grandmother's house, because she gets a text saying, "Have you seen some of her relatives?" She storms to the grandmother's house, I guess, and she finds the dress, but she sees her mother, and her mother says, "You're in a lot of pain and anger, aren't you? Gotta let that go." And Echo says, "I don't know how." I said, "All the visions you've been having, we are having echoes through you, Echo. We are part of you. We gotta fight for our family. But not with anger or hate, but with love and all these awesome other attributes. Be the symbol of love and hope for our people. And strength and whatever." And so, that powwow happens. Which, I gotta say, like, I like what they were trying. I admittedly like what they were trying to go for there. I admittedly like what they were trying to go there with there. Because, it was cheesy, I know. For some reason, I am prone to liking cheesy shit. Or cheesy moments. I can't explain why. That's always was the case for me, which is probably why I like the whole ninja rap dance and then second and Ninja Turtle Secret of the Ooze, and why I like the whole like morbid Maguire emo Maguire dance in Spider-Man 3. Those two scenes I was talking, moments I just talked about, which is like one's kind of like Marvel, but not an MCU Marvel, and the other one is like Mirage Studios / Nickelodeon. But both scenes I've just talked about that aren't related to the show are cheesy in their own right. Not wise whatsoever. This was kind of cheesy, and I get what they're trying to go for, but for some odd reason I dug it. I never said I had the best taste, y'all. I never did. I'm a hot mess. Anyways, so my grandmother and cousins, the lady cousin, is essentially taken hostage. There are some like back and forth of words between the Wilson Fisk and Echo, or Maya, I should say. And then we get debatably the most cheesy ass moment of the entire series, which definitely felt like they were trying to rip off of Star Wars with the whole like Rey saying "I." Like the whole like Palpatine versus Rey Palpatine fight with the whole "I am the Sith and I am all the Let me do this right. I'm the Sith, and I am all the Jedi. Let me be all the Jedi. That moment. Pretend I just didn't play with my lightsaber. But it was pretty much that moment in here. Guess we saw Maya, I guess, like, allowing, like, donating some of her echo power to her grandmother and her cousin. But we also get this one shot, which I feel like this shot should have been, like, something like what we've sort of gotten in, like, the Rise of Skywalker. That we got in, like, a fan edit of that scene when Rey says, I'm all the Jedi. I feel like we should have gotten, like, all the Jedi, like, at least a figment, like, an illusion, like, an image of all the Jedi behind her, or, like, the Force Ghost of the Jedi behind her, helping Rey defeat Palpatine. Sure, that would be probably dumb, but at least that would, I don't know, made the cheesy fight scene to be a bit easier to go through. They did that in Echo, though. They had, like, the ancestors that we saw in the previous 4 episodes, and Echo's mother, or Maya's mother, behind her. And that was essentially the final fight. The cops comes around. I need the powwow. And we essentially see the episode end with Echo and her family love each other. You can kind of get the sense that Maya finally let the resentment that she had towards her grandmother and allow the pain go. And I forgot to mention that in the fight between Wilson Fisk and Maya, that Fisk says, I'm gonna kill you! I'm gonna kill your father! I should really be a voice actor here, you know? And so, besides, like, kicking his ass, Maya decides to be, like, out to her aim. This, princess, and I'm going to try to replace that hate and darkness in your heart full of love. I'm going to try to, like, hypothetically take away your fire bending, like I did after our Ozai, and, make you a more peaceful man. Try. I don't know why I'm making all these references at any stop. But, Maya uses her echo powers, try to, like, bring forth the light out of, Wilson Fisk, telling Fisk, you need to let your pain go. And Fisk says, he said, I can't be the person you need me to be or want me to be, whatever. And then after the whole ordeal is done, Fisk says, what did you do to me? Jesus, why did I say it like that? What the fuck? Anyways, Fisk gets away. And the next time we see Fisk is actually in the after credit scene. When all things are said and done, and he's on the airplane, and he wants to see the other heads, and then he sees this newscast. I'm guessing he's in, like, watching this newscast in New York. And I'm guessing this is meant to be a sign that Fisk is going to be running for mayor. Which, I guess that's also a tease of, you like Wilson Fisk so much, you like the Kingpin? Whenever Daredevil Born Again comes out, watch that. Guys, he's gonna be coming back in Daredevil Born Again. Was they had to reshoot, like, about every single episode and every single scene. So I don't even know when Daredevil Born Again was supposed to come out. I'll be surprised if it comes out this year. Let's be real. But my point is, the after credit scene was just a tease to get us to be interested in Daredevil Born Again. Which, honestly, let's be real, nothing can compare to the Netflix Daredevil show. Because that show was legendary. Legendary, my friends. But like this show, like, so that's the final episode. Nothing to like brag home about. I mean, sure, like I said, I did enjoy that cheesy bit of you must let go of like Maya's mother saying to her that you must let go of go of the pain and anger you have in order for yourself to heal. Admittedly, I did like what they were trying to do with that part, even though the execution was extremely cheesy, not in a good way. But I can actually say that I enjoyed that bit, and but outside of that, this like the entire series ain't like I'm sorry. It's like it was like alright. I mean, like nothing to like really brag about. Like outside the cheesy bit I just mentioned, the only like other part where I'll say that is like, or there's two. I would say the first one I'm gonna mention is that fight that I mentioned like in episode 3, at that roller skating bit where Maya is like like rescuing her is fighting those mobsters after getting after her one cousin that owns that place, the person was shines the shoes, sold them out, and that fight was immediately their intent. What they were going for, I can see what they're trying to do, and immediately that was pretty cool. Sure, that whole idea of it, but the execution, in terms of like when the glass hit and act like Maya's face was unscored and her eyes were like there were no glass in her eyes. Like that's the bit that I kind of fell out of. But that fight scene, single fight scene, I thought that was, for Echo standards, pretty cool. And the only other like quote unquote noteworthy thing in here was like the Daredevil fight that lasted like 5 seconds. Like compared to the entire series, like only lasts like a minute. You like, which is in the first episode, and you guys thought like you guys would be having us think that I'm saying you guys are some like Marvel Studios and Disney. You guys made us like will have us thinking that we're gonna see more Daredevil in Echo, like we saw more like him in She-Hulk. But no, he was there for like 5 whole seconds, a whole minute, and then he was gone. Compared to like the Kingpin himself, where Wilson Fisk was in there for like what 3 episodes, so like most of the series. And honestly, and this may be wishful thinking on my end, and I'll own that. This show probably would have like captured me a little bit more, like than the few like, oh my god, it's actually pulling me in. No wait, never mind, it's not. If it was longer than like 5 episodes, because I feel like it was kind of like, it felt a bit rushed. And there were some things where they could like could have like really took their time with, but with it being 5 episodes, it wasn't. But maybe that was a better thing too, because maybe it having a bit more episodes would have made things worse. I don't know. My point is the Echo show. It wasn't like too. Like it didn't really grab me per se, like as much as I would have. Like Hawkeye might have grabbed me, but that's probably because of Haley Steinfeld. Let's be real. WandaVision actually grabbed me. And I would die on that hill. I'm not saying WandaVision is the best TV show, but that grabbed me because I liked what they were going at with the whole WandaVision. Wanda Maximoff creating a like a false reality to keep Vision alive, and in a way it turns out like she was kind of the bad guy of the series, even though she and somewhat of a good guy. She was a bad guy until Agnes Harkness, um, I guess was revealed. I don't know. That was confusing, but I liked how even though I guess I like how like it like switched things up a little bit, like how they did like those like modern like went through the arrows of like the TV shows a little bit. I guess what I'm saying, I like the fresh take that WandaVision had. This kind of felt like, and if WandaVision really, it felt like it was taking its time. This show was like, let's just rush. Like, So I don't know how I exactly feel about the whole Echo show. Like, I don't hate it. I don't like or love it. I'm like about it. Like, could I survive without watching this show? Yeah. Even though I'm happy I gave the show a chance to give it a fair shake. But like, could I have survived this show without watching? Like, could I survive without giving this show a shot? Yes. That's real. I like this show does not have the same pull in me. Like for example, Star Wars: The Clone Wars, or even though I'm not a huge fan of this first on the show, like incarnation of the Ninja Turtles, but even Rise of the Ninja Turtles did. And the only reason why I was like saying Rise of the Ninja Turtles because like at least as like as that show was, the best episodes of the Rise Turtles was the ones with the Shredder. And I wish I like. And I didn't like Rise of the Ninja Turtles overall, but it's like this episodes with the Shredder in it drew me in, made me interested, really interested. I wish I could have said the same thing about Maya, the whole Echo show. Like, sure, I had like said that cheesy moment. Gotta let your pain go, and that only skating ring fight until like the whole glass bit. They kind of grabbed me, but outside of that, the show was it didn't really grab me. I'm just being honest. If you guys think I'm crazy, okay, I know I'm crazy. If you guys think I have bad taste, I know I kind of don't always have the best takes. Let's be real. But is Echo worth watching? I don't think it exactly is. I mean, if you want to see a show that's kind of semi setting up the new Daredevil show and are excited for the Daredevil show, then this might a little bit because they have Kingpin. And so you can kind of like get the feeling of this Kingpin a bit. But outside of that, And even so, like, this Kingpin is like kind of like the Netflix Kingpin, but not as like smooth. Like, even though I like the actor did a good job, but like this version of Kingpin isn't as like scary in my opinion as the Netflix show. But that's just me. Anyways, what do you beautiful people have to say? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. I will talk to you, fellow mutants, later. Later, taters. Be kind to one another.